Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting.
Test, 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 test. Okay, good. Everything is working. What's up, everyone? I hope you are doing well and you're having a nice evening. So today we'll be talking about the Mega server a little bit. Fellow mentioned in his last stream that no one from ORDR or Lame is streaming or talking about the server, so naturally I had to do it. What's up, Impala? Hope you're doing well. And yeah, so we'll start from the very beginning. I'll go through everything, for the people who are not aware of what is going on, how all of this came to be, what will happen over the next few days, and some other things. Maybe also some comments on the teams that are on our server, right? So, okay, so I was on vacation last week for like 1.5 weeks roughly. I had a very nice vacation in Turkey with my fiance, and we just relaxed and took some time off from the game and from other things, from Discord especially. So yeah, so I was not around. I did not start this season. I just came back yesterday, and yeah, we haven't PvP'd yet, so I haven't really missed a lot except for the stressful farming and stuff, right? As always, I tasked Rune with farming on the Dumbo account, and she did very well. We'll look at some of the tiles as well, but yeah, no problems there. Everyone else from the team was really excited for this season. I'm of course excited as well. Just the way the holiday planning worked out in the summer, and yeah. So let's take a look at what teams are in this server first of all. So we have Bear and Panda in Gondor. We have Lame and ORDR in Erebor, Toby and Step in Angmar, and Gods and Merc in Arnor. Now these are all, according to the community, these are all very good teams, right? These are generally teams that if they go on a random server, they will win them quite easily without a lot of contest. And all of these teams are probably, you could say, quite competitive. You know, they invest a lot of time to do well. And yeah, so pretty much these are 8 of the top NRP teams that are left in the game, I guess you could say, right? Of course, there are different strength levels between these teams, but all 8 of these are pretty good. And basically what happened is, so the last couple of weeks we talked in, the leaders talked in a variety of different chats. These chats also included a lot of the other teams, such as Wind, Small, Mine, Home, Void from RP, blah blah blah. All of the big teams basically, it didn't matter if they were NRP or RP. And all big teams were invited to come to this server. So originally we had planned, I think it was 5 big partners, right? So 10 teams in total. And now it has turned out to be 8. A couple of reasons for that. First of all, Utes decided not to wait for this server, which I found a bit surprising. Wind dropped out at like 1 week before we pulled the factions for all of the teams. And all of the other teams immediately said no. And additionally, Gaia was supposed to enter as a separate team, but I guess they decided they don't have enough people or they're not strong enough on their own, and so they were absorbed into, I think into Bear, if I'm not mistaken. So there we go. That was the situation. So we went from 10 teams to 8, right, which is still very good. I'm quite happy with the turnout, and it's nice to see some new names as well, right? Not all of these teams play on big servers all the time. I see Detla, Atzel, and Apostolos. What's up, guys? I hope you're doing well. We're just quickly talking about how the season came to be, and then I'll go into some other things. But yeah, so these teams signed up. Then a couple of weeks ago, Fellow did a live stream where the draw selection of the faction was picked, right? There was a random wheel. And we got the second pick, and we decided to go into Erebor. I'll explain something about that as well. Gods and Merc got the first pick. They decided to go into Arnor. Panda and Bear got the third pick. They went into Gondor, and Toby and Step got the last pick, and they went into Angmar. Now Lothlorien and Mordor were banned, no one was allowed in these factions, all other factions were fair game, and people can go there, you know, like all other factions were open for these 8 teams. We also advertised this a lot to make sure that not a lot of other teams enter the server. Unfortunately, this team decided to enter in Linden, which, you know, is a bit annoying for the teams in the west, but nothing you can do about that. There's a very big third team in Gondor. I will also talk about that. They have 54 players with 830k production, and it's very clear that a lot of them are past Panda players or Bear players. And then, I mean, you have, yes, there's a small team in Loth as well. These guys are a bit annoying sometimes. And the other teams are just randoms. Like X-Hub, I think it's a completely random team. Army is a completely random team. Gotha Fellweek, you can see these guys, they won't really matter in the season, right? So, but yeah, I mean, these guys are the third team in Erebor, right? These guys are the third team in Angmar with Toby and Step. And these guys are in Arnor. Yeah, with Gods and Merc, of course. So yeah, so those are the teams. Again, it was advertised, so the hope was not a lot of random teams would join, and it has worked out quite well, except for the Linden guys, really. So that's good. Okay, so yeah, then the season started, blah blah blah. Everyone did their thing, right? If you don't know the layout of the map, let's look at the map real quick. I'm not going to zoom in because I don't want to show any pins by mistake. But basically, this is what the map looks like, right? I'm currently relocated in Ashen Plains. I think I did the relocation a couple of days ago. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, we are here. These passes are all locked, right? So these open much later. This is chapter 8. These open at chapter 6, right? So we have these 2 here and these 2 here, which will be our first serious PvP, because basically Rune and Loth were empty, right? You can see we have soaked up the east pretty well. What's up, Vadia? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, we have just been waiting to get involved in PvP pretty much. There's a tiny pin here. This is just eagle fights, I think. So nothing special, but yeah, this is how this came to be. And obviously Angmar and Arnor, if you don't know, these passes open at chapter 4. So they have already met and they have started their PvP. So we currently have a 2 million pin with Toby on top, Merc 2nd, Gods 3rd, and Weak 4th. Of course, Toby is on top here because if there are multiple teams fighting in one location, the one that is fighting solo is usually on top, unless, you know, these 3 teams are winning by such a large margin that it's more than 3-1 basically, right? And then we have a second pin here with Gods on top, Step 2nd, Weak 3rd, X-Hub, Unaffiliated, and Toby. So it looks like these 2 all teams are getting a little bit involved here. And we have Gods and Step. Now, my personal impression right now is these pins are very, very low. And they have shrunk in the past few days, which is very surprising to me. I will comment on that as well. But yeah, I can just observe the situation, right? So these pins have shrunk by a significant margin. They were much larger. And it's clear that even though one of these teams was winning, they have reached some sort of agreement and are now no longer seriously fighting against each other, which kind of defeats the purpose of the mega server, in my opinion. I don't think this was the plan of the mega server to have a ceasefire within the first 7 days, or within the first 8 or 9 days, however long it was. But yeah, so it's clear to everyone this is what's happening over here, and you know the teams in the east, they see this, of course, right? I think Fellow commented on this yesterday as well. He's in Gondor, right? He's playing with Panda on the Uber account, and he also commented on these pins shrinking. So this is what's happening on the map. Not very exciting. We've just finished up some keeps over the last few days. Gondor has finished up their keeps. I guess they will take this as well. Yeah, I mean, these kind of keeps here are not really that important to us. So we'll just, you know, let those few people in Rune and Loth exist there probably. And we have one more to finish up here, I believe, but yeah. No big deal here. Okay, so yeah, so this is the map, everything good. Is there anything else I want to say? Yeah, so obviously once chapter 8 opens or completes, these passes will open, right? You can hop into the middle regions, which is very nice. Yeah, we didn't take this region on purpose so that they can't eagle bomb here, right? Gondor has this territory, we have this territory, so we decided not to take this because otherwise they can catch a ties and build forts and blah blah blah, right? So this is a very tactical decision. And I mean, this is also no surprise. We have now started to set up our two fortresses here, right? Everyone saw this already. Lame had built their fortress, I think, this morning, and ours is over here as well. I've been waiting on an eagle hit all day. Unfortunately, it did not happen yet. I would have liked to look at the report. I'm not going to show this army on stream because I want to hit an eagle army first. But basically, we have our main army here and our anti-eagle army here as well. And the anti-eagle army is very interesting. So I hope someone from Panda or Bear will hit it at some point so that we can take a look at the report. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now. And obviously these two have also started to set up. Panda is here, Bear is here. We have already scouted these. There are roughly 45 armies over here and I think 50 armies over here. So, you know, everyone is just protecting their fortresses, building some tactical forts, you know, just getting ready for PvP really. Okay, if you ask nicely, maybe. Yeah, I've already had 3 players dodge me intentionally without seeing the army. So I think asking is not gonna do much, but maybe tomorrow I can. Maybe they try like a last-ditch effort on the fortress to destroy it. I don't know. We will see. But yeah. Okay, now let's look at the leaderboards. So, like I said, Ruin has been doing a very good job. We are in 5th place with affluence. Basically, if you're around 40k and you have a Kraken account, you're doing really well, right? I don't have a single level 9 tile. It's all level 10 plus. We've soaked up the entire region. I think there's basically no more farm, right? Camo is first. Camo, yeah, I personally, I think he took a little bit too many high-level tiles. Like, some of the other players could have used some of those, but you know, it's also a really big Kraken account, so obviously no one is going to complain. He's in first place with 46k. Kitten, a big Kraken from Lame, 44k. Raven, 43k. This is another indicator that Toby is not really fighting anymore. He was way back a couple of days ago, so they've obviously taken some time to farm in Linden, I guess. Maybe some of the Arno resources, who knows. This is the Isegrim guy, right? The dude who joined the server knowing it was a pre-planned mega server with his team. Okay, no comment. Obviously they have maybe like 10-15 people in the faction, so he can farm a lot there, right? And then we have pretty much we have Duckwise from Bear. I don't know who this is. I don't remember this guy, Duckwise. Is this? It's one of the ducks, I guess. I don't remember him. We played with them in Toby, so whatever. But he's in 7th in Bear. Then our Asian friend is in 7th here. 6th, 7, right? 42k, very nice. All of these guys, you can see, like, this is literally the difference between all of these guys is like 1 or 2 level 13 tiles, right? I think only 1, basically, right? So all of them very tight together. Then we have Civitak. Civitak I remember from Toby. I am Groot. Sully Bear. Here we have Fellow of the Kids, which is the Uber account, right? Sea Bear, Hero, Jack Sparrow. This is Price, I think. Then we have the Asian lame guy, also good player. Then we have Daxon, the Croatian boy, Lupus Grey, Vadia, Sebastian, Lucifer, RJ, Tic-Tac, Isaac, Pumba, Loopy, Daesh, again some Asian I can't pronounce. This is KOTM, I think. Hermes Kids, Thanatos Kids, these are the kids accounts. They're not bad. I think they will give us some good fights. Shion, Daddy Grizzly, Dyna Kids, another kids account, Arman Lightyear, Scotsman Cruel, Luthien, Dasima, Bone Crusher, Netherese, Rufio, LARP, Corlin, Golo, not Levy, The Beauty, which is Tart, Aaron, another Asian guy, Kevins, and Glorfindel are the top 50. So a lot of Syla is 51. I'll shout out Syla as well, but he's 51. So, you know, Syla is slacking a bit. I would have liked to have him at 40k affluence, but it is what it is. Anyway, so these are the top 50. Very nice players, obviously, all top guys. Yeah, not a lot to say about this. It's pretty much what you expect, right, on this server. My OG account, which is run by Impalize in 97, which is also very good. So good stuff. This is true information. Maybe, who knows. I know this dude from Linden, nice person. yeah, we know Isegrim from last season. And here's Rune on the old Drunken Dude account, on Vadia's old account at 101 as well. So good stuff. Merit, again, has slowed down drastically. I think this number has not changed since this morning, basically. But obviously, only Toby and Gods can be there. And it's very clear who's winning to me. If I look at these numbers, I think basically everyone can see that. But yeah, so Raven is first with already a 570k merit lead. He's a very professional merit farmer, as we all know. So of course, we will try to make his life very difficult if we end up fighting them at some point. Bone Crusher has a very nice account. Aegon, I saw, has a very nice account. I don't know some of these step guys. Some of them I do know. And from what I've seen, they've been pretty active. So props to them. I think Gods and Merc were caught a little bit off guard with their intelligent PvP builds in step, right? I saw some of them. They don't have the biggest Krakens, but they know what they are doing. Whereas Merc and Gods have a lot of very bad reports, where it becomes apparent that they are not really used to early game hardcore PvP, right? Just want to say that. Step. Yes, Atzel, I read it the first time, okay? It's all good. Whereas Brom, he was supposed to be recruited by us. Brom, I think he went to some random server actually, so yeah. Okay, so these are merit ratings, like I said, not interesting for us because we haven't done anything yet, right? We can see some names that we know. Yeah, first occupation, this is interesting. So let's look at level 10 and 11 tiles. So Raven took the first one, props to him. He uses exactly the same army I do, basically, for farming, right? Again, scout for a weak 10 tile at this level and take it, and that's it. He has Undying Zenith 7, Shadow Zenith 12, Skalhelm Zenith 12, and Gandalf the White at Zenith 12 as well. So very nice, of course. Big Kraken account. Yeah. Then we have Isaac from Panda. We can see the losses here are quite significant, so he probably should have not done it at this point already. We have a Sauron Zenith 11, Gandalf the White Zenith 10, Saruman Zenith 6, and a Bjorn at Zenith 2. So also a very big Kraken account in Panda, which means we will see him soon, I guess. Okay, then we have Kitten. Again, the losses here are not great. Yeah, so he fell into the trap of thinking that the counter is good. The counter is not good in the early game. You don't want to fight against large units because they have a very high HP pool and are very, very tanky. Okay, so we have an R15 Undying, Zenith 2 Shadow, Zenith 15 Dane, and Zenith 8 Gandalf the White. You see a lot of similar commandos, right? But he took that as well. Then we have Tom Bombadil here. I remember this guy is also a big Kraken. He copied my PBE builds a long time ago. I remember I tested versus him in the PBE. So, big player. He's in Merc. Then we have Sylar. See, these losses are what you would look for your first 200 tile, right? This is very good. And you scout these small units just like Raven did. Sylar said he could have taken it a lot earlier. He just played it very safe, and of course, you know, that's true. You can take. He would have been able to take this tile much earlier. But yeah, it's better to play it safe at the start. There's not really that much stress, right? We have Myron, also a big Kraken, also tested against him in the PBE, know him well. Also in Merc, so props to him. Lexos in Merc, so you can see Merc has a lot of Krakens, right? But yeah, basically all of the players are playing very similar things, right? We have Robin. This is yeah. Here you can see this is the second hit, which means his full army died on the first hit. Again, scouting for the counter is not good at the start, especially if you start with small units. And then we have Rune. I think Rune also played it kind of safe. Also a note about this, maybe it was this, no, it was not this tile, it was the other one. The dark side commanders are always harder than the light side commanders, and if you have sentinels, it's very important that you skill the Skarhelm correctly, which I think is not the case here. I will explain what I mean when we look at the 11 tiles. But here we took it at level 21. I think these losses are okay. I mean, Zenith 12, Zenith 2, right? Zenith 16 and Zenith 1. My Skarhelm and my Shadow are not that high in Zenith. And again, this tile is not that easy compared to some of the others, so I think this result is perfectly okay. Yeah, so, and Sauron is also important. Sauron is very tough, yeah? He does get the madness, he has a full agility set here. You do need to pay attention to these things when you do these early tiles, yeah? These sets are very important. So just something to note. Good. And then we have this guy in 10, I'll just look at the top 10. Treebeard, again this is a second hit, which means he lost his full army on the first hit, right? Could be optimized, but yeah. Then 11-11, we are in 4th. Raven took one with basically no losses, so very nice. Again, same army, nothing special, level 29, yep. Sylar took one next at level 25, also nice. Shalala from Bear took one. Oh, these are heavy losses, yeah. These are pretty heavy losses, and he lost the full first army as well, so probably was not the best move here. Again, they're looking for counters, yeah. And then we are in 4th. So here it's important. So when you have sentinels and you skill Skarhelm, you need to put 1 point into Executioner first, because sentinels are going to dodge the Nazgul otherwise, which is very bad, right? And this is exactly what happened here, I think. If we look here, yeah, so Skarhelm activates Nazgul, sentinels can't avoid it. So this is something, Rune, if you're watching the stream next season, if you have to start again, or you know, if we do the 2 farming on 1 account, always put 1 point into Executioner. Yeah, it's very important. Because this way you lose all of the damage, and that way you have more losses than Raven had on the same army, right? Let's see if Raven did it correctly. I didn't check here. Maybe he also messed it up. Yeah, so he did it correctly. See? Then the Sentinels avoid the Executioner, and the Nazgul hits. Yeah. Of course, it can still happen that one of the Sentinels may still evade, right? But at least one of the hits will definitely connect, because Executioner always hits 3 armies, right? But that's just something I wanted to note here. I noticed that when I was scrolling through the reports, but we took this tile quite well. I'm pretty happy about that. Then Willem took it next. I think he also lost the first army, yep. So he kind of goofed a bit there with the first army, but I guess he wanted to finish it, and I mean the Undying has some purple gear, right, and it's R5, so this is obviously a perfectly fine result. And also this army is the easiest, right? You can tell like these types of armies are super easy. The ones that have only ranged units. Then we have Noise from Gods, Pumbaa from us, very nice as well. The Saruman is finally Zenith, so very cool. Duckwise, so we can see who this guy is now, because I really don't remember. So he has a Zenith 8 Gandalf the White, an R11 Saruman. Okay. Zenith 1 Bjorn. And R6 Undying. Okay, so this is not a huge account, so that's why probably I didn't remember exactly who it was. Then we have Beck. Again, lost his full first army probably. Sylar. No, this is not Sylar, sorry, Price. This is Price. He also started with the Skullhelm, nice. I think it's Price, Jack Sparrow. I think it's Price. I might be wrong. I think is it Price, Jack Sparrow? I think it's Price. But yeah, he did well. Good hits here. Not sure what happened here. I guess he got some unlucky. Does this guy have a stun? Yeah, so he might have gotten unlucky here. Does the Undying stun is at R5? Yeah, at level 5. And this is also, yeah, so he could have gotten unlucky here. It happens. It's again the thing with the dark side commandos, right? So yes, this is Price. Okay, good. Yeah, so yeah, you can see some very familiar names. You know, everyone was farming well, and then there was obviously Angmar had 12 and 13 tiles, so we had no chance to get that on time anyway. And this is a very nice report actually. Obviously level 40, right? So good stuff. Okay, it's Price, yes. Okay, good. So I was correct. So nice. Okay, commandos, yeah, so this is the thing. Raven has level 45 already because he was obviously farming on Arna, right? Step has 43 as I see. I bet a lot of these guys have like 44 and 45 already. Which is just, you know, they have been PvPing for a couple of days and makes perfect sense. Yeah. I suggest always hiding your commandos here because this gives a lot of information about how you play and what you play. And of course, if you're a good player, you're gonna look at these builds, right? I'm gonna take a peek here, I'm gonna see what's happening. And since I have so much gear flexibility, I've already done it. I will adjust my gear a bit to have even better matchups, right? So yeah, those are the leaderboards. Fellowships, we already looked at them. So Gondor farmed, like us, basically everything there is to farm, right? 3.1, 3.0, Lame has 2.9, we have 2.7, Toby has 2.8, Step has 2.4, Gods has 2.4, Merc has 2.3, and Iron has 1.3. Now, some very important points, because I read a lot of garbage again from a lot of players. First of all, not all factions have the same number of resource tiles. Okay? This is base level knowledge. If you play in season 20 plus, you should know this. Yeah? So saying a team is not doing well when they're playing in a faction that doesn't have that many resources is nonsense. You're just capping. Okay? I wanted to say that because obviously a lot of people don't know this is true. Alright? So, yeah. So, Erebor is one of those factions. You pick this faction really because it gives you, well, in our case, I believe it gives us a very good positional advantage. I like the position of Erebor a lot. And secondly, there are some very useful neutral camps in Erebor, right? Like the Woodman, for example. And you don't always pick the faction that gives you the most resources, yeah? That's something that most of the leaders will hopefully know this. And And I mean, this is the point of the game, right? There are several factions which are just very different in terms of what you can do with them. In Angmar, for example, you can farm very hard because the territories in Angmar are very large, and there are even level 12 and level 13 resource tiles. Okay, so why is this the case in Angmar? Well, Angmar doesn't have the best position to start with, and if they end up fighting against Arnor at the start and both teams are relatively equal matched, usually the Angmar team will be at a disadvantage, yeah, because of their position. There are less ruins in the north. So that's why it is perfectly fine for Angmar to have a lot of resources. Gondor, on the other hand, for example, they might not have that many resources in the starting regions, but they have a very good position because they can go towards the ring from the south. And if anyone knows anything about the ring geography, coming southwest from the ring, just from the south of the ring, is very nice. There are also a lot of ruins there. There are a lot of easy to cover choke points. Whereas from the north, you sometimes have to walk around rivers, right? I'll show you what I mean, because it's a bit shocking how many people don't know some of these basics. So let's hop in here for a second at this pass. So this is the pass that Angmar can come from Loth, into Loth, right? You have to go around all this way to this crossing, and then you have to go all the way back, go to this crossing to reach Karas Galaton. Yeah, this is a very long way to march if you're playing against competent teams. All right, whereas if you're coming from, I don't know, let's say, I don't know from which position Gondor will come from, to be honest. But this path is like one of the, I mean, that's why most people like to start in Mordor, right, at the end of the day. This is one of the best paths into Dol Guldur you can take. And that's why, it's also part of the reason why I advocated to ban Mordor and Loth, because I just think the positions those factions have are, they're tough to fight into, right? So, I just wanted to mention this. Again, I read a lot of nasty comments from some people, so I think it's worth talking about this for a second. All right? Good. So that's our situation on the map. So obviously we started a bit slow in Erebor, right? There are also only 4 regions. These guys have 5. These guys have 5. And Angmar is just very, very large, right? And Erebor just has, where's Erebor? I think here, right? 1, we must have, this is Erebor, right? This region here. Up to here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, is this, is this, is this also part of Erebor at the start? Can someone tell me? I'm not totally sure. Like I said, I didn't start, so. This is not Erebor. Yeah, no, I was talking rubbish. Here we are. No, Woodland Realm. Here we are. Right? We started here in Erebor. Yes, here we are. So we have, yes, it's part. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions, right? 5 regions, is that correct? And we entered through. Did we take this pass first? I think we took this pass first, right? I think we took the, anyway, it doesn't matter. But the point is, you can count it, basically, check the Keeps battle report to see if it was a star region or not. Wonder if anything if it was. That's Smart Cow, yes, you're right. What's up, Saint? I see Willem in the chat as well. Hey, what's up? Lane took that pass. Aha, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so Lane took that pass. So basically, all I want to say is some regions have different strengths than others, and it's not all about the resources, okay? Just putting that out there. And Erebor is obviously not large. Good. You can count this on your own time. I don't have to do it here, but rejected, and of course it's true. Good. Okay, so these two guys have been fighting, right? So let's comment. I want to comment a bit more on these pins. So we set up this mega server, and basically we said there is no diplomacy before the season starts, right? And everyone was behind that, and I think that's a very good thing to do, because if you allow diplomacy at the start of the season, it will suck for the teams who are not involved in that diplomacy, or it will just be a bad experience for the mega server overall, right? So everyone pretty much agreed, and I think it's a great thing. And we also randomized the spawns a bit, right, with this wheel. You just had to pick when it was your turn, and I think this was all very good. Now, as per my understanding, a mega server is supposed to be a mega server. Yeah? You fight against a faction, and you fight against them until you have reached a positional advantage that you are happy with, or until they are pushed back into the spawn regions, or I don't know, right? But you should be fighting 100%, which is the entire point of the mega server. Yeah? So when we had a mega server with Aces, Utes, and Lame, we got spanked in the neutral regions in Angmar and Arnor, and we got pushed back into our spawn. And in my opinion, this is exactly how a mega server should play out. If you are the weaker team, you're gonna get pushed back, you're gonna lose the farm, you're gonna lose the neutral regions. Done. And then you have to wait until an opportunity arises, you defend at the passes into the spawning regions, right? Like here, for example, for Arnor, or here into Angmar. Good. What I don't think the idea of a super server is that teams stop fighting after 8 days. I mean, they've been fighting for 4 days, not for 8, obviously. Because 4 days was just, or 5 days was just farming, and then fighting for 2 or 3 days. In my opinion, that's not a mega server. If your battle pin already dies down after 2 to 3 days, it shows to me you're not really interested in fighting on a mega server. That's just, what I take away from that. Yeah, and this might upset a few people, but I can just say this is my personal view. I always think it's pretty bad if you don't fight properly on a mega server. I think this leads to a lot of bad things. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because the leaders always want to be open about everything, and they always say at the start of the season, yes, we want to join this mega server, yes, we don't care about winning, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, some of those statements are simply false. A couple of the other YouTubers have picked up on this already as well. Fellow talked about it a lot. And he's absolutely right. Yeah, I mean, that's just you're a hypocrite if you say you don't want to win. Every team on this server wants to win. Yeah, and that's perfectly understandable. That's why you join a mega server. You want to win against the other best teams in the game, right? So saying I don't care about winning, I immediately know that you're talking rubbish, right? Like everyone knows that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention this. Now, if they just reached a temporary ceasefire or whatever here, okay. I think it was way too early. Especially because, we were asked in Erebor not to attack Angmar in the back, which I agree with that. I think that would be a bitch move. And I hate having a numbers advantage against teams that are actively fighting. But again, the emphasis is on actively fighting. If you're not actively fighting, making a request like this, it leaves a bad aftertaste, in my opinion. Yeah, again, it's just a very neutral view from me. I would say the same about my team if we were in that position. But yeah, I think it's worth to talk about this with the community a bit. And I know some people will see this stream later and will maybe write some comments. And just keep in mind, I have the best intentions at heart. Yeah, if you reach a ceasefire after 3 days, in my opinion, you should probably not look for a super server. Yeah, this is something. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah? And I understand it's very tough to lose in the early game. We have been in that position. We have lost very badly in the early game, and you just have to sucker through it. Yeah, that's the nature of the game. This game is a snowball. If you're not ready to fight, you're getting rolled. That's how it is. And this doesn't mean that you can't come back later in the season, right? But if you already agree on a ceasefire after 3 days, yeah, not a lot to say about that. In any event, we have decided we are not going to attack Angmar in the back when they asked us, and I think it was a very reasonable request. Lame agreed with this as well, of course. And now the fighting has ceased, so we will have to see what will happen. Obviously, none of the teams, neither Gondor nor us, we cannot go for all of the 4 passes. It's physically impossible, right? Gondor is very, very strong. So if we fight them, it will take up a lot of our manpower for sure. And I mean, these are also on completely different sides of the map, right? You can set up forts, you can set up bases, yes, blah, blah, blah. We've done that, but you can't be everywhere at once. That's just very unrealistic. And the same for Gondor, right? They will not be able to defend here, 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 and here. Not possible for Gondor either. Yeah, very clear to everyone. Everyone knows this is how the game works. So we will see what happens tomorrow. We have our plans. We are going to stick with our plans, and depending on how the war evolves, we will see what happens in the other locations of the map, right? I mean, this is a mega server. It's good. I will say it's the one good thing about the ceasefire is that both of these factions are still very much present, right? So that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, I agree kind of with the view it should be the goal of most teams here to reach the middle, right? Regardless of whether you are winning or whether you are losing. This server came together in good faith, and I think it's perfectly fine if all of the teams reach the middle. Yeah, that's something that is probably unrealistic. We will see how things play out, and there are also only 3 springs at Dol Guldur, right? Or only 2? It's 3 or 2, I forgot. But basically at least 1, I think it's 2, right? Yeah, so basically 2 out of the 4 teams will not be able to be in the center, right? And that's just the way the game is, right? There's nothing we can do about that. That's just how it works out, and you know, you're just gonna deal with this. So 2 of the teams are probably gonna struggle to set up a fortress at Dol Guldur. We will see who that is. It remains to be determined. And 2 of the teams will set up and will probably have a lot of fights. Now, the 2 teams that can't set up, of course, they can still be very annoying around all of these regions, right? Like, if we can't set up, we're obviously going to put a lot of effort in this area. If Gondor can't set up, they will do it here. If Arne can't set up, they will do it here. And if Angmar can't set up, they will do it here, or they will attack here and do it here, right? So, lots of possibilities, and that's definitely exciting. Loser in the west will attack an east team in the back. Yes, I think so too. Yeah, like I said, it's a very interesting setup. And we can't complain. We had a lot of fun. I think all of the players are very, very happy. We're looking forward to the PvP. And again, it's no surprise we have a fortress set up here. Gondor has theirs set up here. So will be good fights tomorrow for sure. And we'll see what happens, yeah. Yeah. Was there anything else I wanted to say about this? Let me think for a second. Yeah, the one thing, so, I mean, the positive shout out, I guess. Step has surprised me a bit. I think they've played a lot better than I expected them to. So shout outs to them. I saw they have a streamer, I forgot his name. I think it's something with Crit. But they have a streamer, and when I got home yesterday, I caught up on some of the streams that I had missed from KOTM, and from this crit guy. And from what I saw, he played very smart in terms of PvP. The team moved well together. They were fast with forts. So shout outs to them. Good job. Definitely a team that should have a spot here, and they did very good. Yeah, and the farming performance of Gondor is very impressive. I mean, I don't think we will ever reach like this value as a group. I am Groot. Hey, what's up, Aaron? I hope you're doing well. You know his name, Matix? No, I don't. I just remember it's Crit. Something with Crit. But yeah, so shoutouts to Gondor. They are obviously ahead in farming compared to us. I think they also have just more Krakens than us, to be perfectly honest. I know Bear and Panda did massive recruiting, and yeah, I mean, these guys are gonna be tough cookies, yeah. So Lame is obviously very strong. I'm very happy that we are playing with Lame this season. I've a lot of the shoutouts to Saint and Big Daddy and Tar Gondolier, and you know, all the people who have already communicated with a lot. They are very active. They help tile, they help capture fortresses. Lame has become a very, very smart and competent team. And it's very nice that we get the opportunity to play with them. A lot of people have also asked me, why are we always teaming with someone else? This is on purpose. It's not like teams don't want to keep teaming with us. It's quite the opposite most of the times. I just think it's a really good idea for the community as well to have a different partner every season. Now, of course, this doesn't mean we switch partner every season, but it means that we get to know some other teams, some other players, learn how they do things, you know, things like this. And I think this is very important. It's not always, the goal shouldn't be always to win the season, right? I mean, on a server like this, of course, it's cool if you win, but you meet a lot of interesting builds, people, teammates, opponents, right? And that's really what this game is about at the end of the day. I mean, the community is already quite small, and it's quite important that you keep it fresh, right? And Lame is definitely a team that, you know, they're very strong, like I said, so we're very excited to team with them. I can say I feel pretty good about our team as well. We definitely don't have the most Krakens on this server. We definitely don't have 100 active players as well. I think we have 92, which is honestly a very good number, all things considered. But we are also good at PvP, so it will be very interesting to see. Yeah, will be very interesting to see. And yeah, I mean, Toby is a team that most people know, right? They also the one thing I will say about Toby is they are very eager to get on mega servers as well. So I think that's also a good attribute to have as a big team, right? And I also want to say one more thing. The comments I said before, it's not about Toby, Step, or Gods and Merc, like specifically. I just wanted to say, like, the general mindset that people have entering the mega server should not be to have arrangements after 3 days, in my opinion, right? That's all I wanted to say about that. And yeah, you know, teams just do it a lot, and it's something that I like to call out, and it's good to call this out because there's nothing bad about it. We're quite neutral. We don't have beef with any of these groups really, so it's no problem. I feel like it's no problem to raise the dialogue. Are these Gondor people known? Yes, they are very much known. So I have never played against Panda before, but I know some of their players. We also have 2 or 3 ex-Panda players. And these guys are very good, yeah. I think the leader is known in the community quite well. I don't know them. We've never been on the server with them, so I'm very curious to see how they will play, right? Yeah, that's all I can say about them. And the Bears have a very different team than they did 2 seasons ago. They reformed pretty much. And they have the ducks now. The ducks are Gaia, if you know them. They have the Atomic Crew, I believe, which is Atomic Lupe, Atomic Wolfman. I think all of these guys. I guess you should also know this guy, Lucifer Fallen Bear. So I would say these groups are definitely known, yes. I would say all of these groups are known. Now Step, like I said, Panda and Step are the teams I have the least experience with because I haven't played against them before. And Gods, we only played against them once. I know Seafreen, of course, and Noxy, but yeah, these guys, we also haven't fought them a lot. Merc, Toby, Lame, and Bear, we know them pretty well. Yeah. So yeah, and the reason why I said this before is also in future Super Servers, you know, some of the teams that didn't join, they will obviously look at this server and they will cite sometimes, you know, things like early ceasefires as reasons why they don't want to join. Okay, this is also important to note. We're trying to make this mega servers like a regular thing, and I mean, this would be a valid concern, and I can understand that some teams decide not to join if something like this happens, right? Imagine, for example, that, let's say, a theoretical scenario. Rune, the Gondor teams are in Rune, and we are in Erebor, and we fight, right, over the neutral territory. We fight, neither of us can grow. And then in the west, there are two other teams, let's just say teams X and Y and teams A and B. They fight 3 days, then they make a ceasefire, finish their buildings, split the resources evenly, and push into the middle. Now, obviously, these teams in the east are going to be at a massive disadvantage, right, in that situation. So, yeah, this is something leaders should consider a bit more. That's all I wanted to say, really. Good. On our server, this is not the case, of course. Obviously, the teams here have a resource disadvantage. This is also perfectly understandable. I will say, Linden is open, right? Like, these areas can be farmed. The passes have been open for a while, so, you know, maybe it wouldn't have been such a stupid idea to say to Arnor, hey, this team shouldn't have been here. They went here on purpose, let's wipe them off the map and grab their resources, and then we can fight each other. Yeah, something like this would have been pretty reasonable in my opinion. Yeah, but alas, we will see. So that's that. I will check, have I been hit? Of course not. Are they sending eagles anywhere really? Ah, yeah, Tart wanted me to show some eagle reports. Let's take a peek if we can find something here. No, this is Loth. Loth doesn't matter. Here we have Preshy. Okay, so he wasn't full here, but yeah, I mean, this is a very brutal wipe, I would say. Yeah, this half agility on Dane is something I don't understand. Like, what's the point of that? Either you make him full agility because you want to be faster than Sauron in round 3 and then Saruman, but half agility is not going to get you anywhere really. In my opinion. So, okay, so Dane with half agility, Sauron, quite a slow Sauron, I would say. Only 1+6 item, right? And Saruman, okay, yeah, Saruman looks pretty solid. Fully refined unique as well, very nice. Yeah. R12, cool. And I'm not gonna show Tart's gear actually, but yeah, this is a very good fight. Quite happy with that. So, well, Tart can be quite happy with that, but of course he wasn't full, like I said, yes. Okay, what else do we have here? Some Loth donuts, yes. It's not important. This is also something I will say. Okay, so, one more thing about Angmar, yeah, before I forget. So Angmar has asked us, I think it was 3 or 4 days ago, to not attack them in the back. And they've been actively sniping and taking tiles in our regions. So to me, this is confusing. Yeah? But okay. We don't raise this in Diplo and we don't comment on it because we're not babies, but yeah. It's not cool. It's not cool. Alright, here is another eagle fight. Yeah, very brutal. 203k damage on the day. That's a heavy loss for him, yeah. Oh wow, purple gear. Okay, that's very interesting. This was a lot of purple gear commanders here. Yeah, probably you shouldn't do that. If you have like an army like this, it's better to scout and then try to grab, you know, some weaker enemies, I suppose, or forts or fortresses that are not that well defended, right? But maybe like they scouted and then my teammate guarded. I don't know. I didn't see it, but yeah, purple gear is a bit rough. I think there's some other reports here as well. Let's take a look here. They've been sending some eagles, yeah. So there's a small pin, right? Disco Yeti against Meet the Flying Panda. Very nice. Pretty, standard formation here. Not a lot of Zeniths, so very good fight, I would say, for Mr. Yeti. We have Bernie against Jochwirt. Also not a bad fight. Of course, he has the Marauders here, so there's the counter, right? That's why the Saruman died. But, I mean, yeah, a good fight. You won this by a very large margin, of course. Then we have BD, who is called Mad Hatter this season. He had a fight against Safe Duck with Rangers of the North. These guys are very cool. Like them a lot. Does the plus 15% unit damage from Isildur also count for the other formations? No. No. This is just for Isildur. Unfortunately, yeah. It would be pretty cool. But this is only for Isildur, yeah. So he's playing a tanky King Aragorn, I think. Yep, this is a very good army. I like this a lot. The Rangers of the North are very underestimated and they're pretty good. They're good on Thorin because they have high damage and they are tanky. They are good on King Aragorn. Galadriel, I prefer Galadriel in the front line, but it's definitely not a bad army, right? I mean, this is, very, very, very nice fight. He basically has no losses here, like a couple of Rangers, right? But the rest doesn't really matter. And he lost a lot, and then even one more hit, I think, here. Yeah, I mean, you can see here. Gaia had a lot of healing, I guess. Yep. Do we have the unique? Yes, we do, but not refined, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised this went so poorly for him. Why did that go so poorly? What happened here? That's a bit weird, no? Doesn't look like this army is that weak. +6/+6. Maybe we got some madness, huh? No, we lost on the anomalies department as well. Let's see here what happened. Ah, okay. So in round 6 the Dane was maddened, I suppose. Nope. Did our Dane hit twice? Ironfoot, King Under the Mountain. Nope. I have no idea what happened in this fight. BD took like no damage. Wait, did we get a stun maybe on the Dane or something? Did we stun the Dane here? No? Interesting. That's interesting. Is his kill order wrong here, maybe? It's Durin's blood? No, looks fine. Maybe he got stunned by something else? Madness has disappeared. So in round 4 he was maddened. Suffers from madness but is resisting. Beset with madness. Okay, so we have one madness hit here, but I mean, that shouldn't be a big deal. Easier to avoid it. Or in round 8 there was also some disaster. Doran's Blood. Aha! We got 2 Doran's Blood hits here. Okay, that's a big difference, yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, I don't know, maybe the heal, like, out-healed him or something, but this is a bit of a funny report, I guess you can say. I mean, he has pretty good gear, right? Maybe the Woodman also evaded some stuff, that could happen, right? Interesting. So good report. Then we have the Beauty against Yargitai. Very nice. We have a Zenith Undying here. An R7 Sauron. A Zenith 2 Lurks. Is the Sauron fast here? Yeah, but not fully strengthened. Interesting. Oh, this has very low defense. How much boost is this? Plus 59. Yeah, that's not a lot. 481 command. Okay, fair enough. Zenith Lurks and R10 Saruman. Okay, it's a pretty good report for the Beauty. Oh my, this one we already looked at. He nuked himself. Did he nuke himself? That's unlucky in that case. Oh my god, what happened here? The madness on Saruman, yeah, that's rough. But it's not, I mean, it seemed fine, it wasn't that big. And the Dane was stunned, that was the big deal here. Good. Yep. Moana killed Frem here in our territory again. Nice report here. I think this was here. Yeah, I mean, this is in our territory, yeah. Like, not a lot to say about that. And here we have an attempt at an Eagle army versus Numenor. A Zenith 10 Isildur. Wow, it's a big boy. He has a lot of unit attack. I would change one of these items for unit defense because this is too low. Yeah, this is way too low. The defense value should be around 180, roughly. Even with this like boost, I mean this boost is not guaranteed because it only affects 3, right? With the boost, if this unit gets the boost, I guess that's fine, but yeah, one more and definitely a defensive passive. You lose too many troops here. But 72k is not bad, and it's into a counter, so I guess it's fine. This looks good. Azog is cool. I like Azog. I might play around with him again this season. We'll see. And we have an R8 Thorin. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a weird one. We're mixing like Isildur with these guys. I've seen some better troop comps, but not bad. Here is Jack Sparrow versus Eagles from Bregodag. Again, you should be careful. At this stage, you should only have small units in your army, right? Because they can only attack with eagles. But I mean, very good report. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, this is a funny one, I think. I think this one was not shown on the Discord when they were discussing the reports. Yeah, that's pretty much what I would expect here. If the opponent of the Gwaihir army is competent, then yeah, you can see massive respect difference as well. And he got slapped hard. Very nice. Good stuff. Wait, did he refine this really? No, he didn't. Okay. Yeah, okay. Ooh, fully refined Galadriel unique. This is pretty juicy. That's not bad, yeah? not bad at all. But yeah, I mean, a report like this is very, very bad. Nice. Good report. Nice. Purple gear. I guess the opponent was also kind of... No, gold gear, Sauron. That's a very nice report, yeah. Good job, man. Xanox messaged me today. This is a very good report. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Lame just plays smart in PvP. It's simple as that, eh? This is a big whale, I think. A big kraken. Well, it doesn't have Sauron Zenith, but the other ones, yeah. Oh, Saruman is also not Zenith. Not that big. All good. And Baron is Zenith 10. Okay. Good. Yeah, we'll be good. Will be very fun fights, I think, and I'm very excited for tomorrow. Okay, I think this was all of the reports we have so far. Are there any eagle armies coming in? Is there any bear or panda in the stream who wants to give my Thorin army a shot? Anyone? Test. There is no one attacking, literally. Like, I think some people attacked today, but I never got a hit. I don't know why. Look at these greedy merit farmers on my team. El Shensa, of course, greedy merit farmer. And Burn with his marauders on Saruman instead of letting me get the hit. Aye. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get a hit at some point, but I will keep this I mean, at some point we'll get an eagle hit on this one, I'm sure. So I will keep this anti-eagle army. The resources are very tight this season, right? Everyone is stuck on the 131 tiles. So yeah, I mean, not a lot to do. Our buildings are pretty much maxed out, I think. I have 1 or 2 more to finish today. Yeah, these are finishing now. Yeah, and I have the swans. I'll probably finish this one as well before we start the PvP. We can get enough stone, it's not a biggie. And this one is already maxed. This one we don't need, and this one we don't need. So yeah, only a couple more buildings basically. Barracks are very full. Now I'm not going to show my barracks, okay? Again, this is something. It should be a little bit secret. Yeah, I don't want everyone to know what I will run tomorrow. But my barracks are full, as you can see, and I will we will upgrade the barracks and we will hire the next few troops overnight. But obviously we are in a good spot, and we will have a lot of PvP tomorrow. So that's very nice. There's also some very brave pandas and bears who have relocated here. So that's very interesting. I think that's very brave. Or not that intelligent. You can choose which word you prefer in that spot. But I guess it's a lot of like beers as well, and probably people who didn't follow the instructions, which we have as well, right? It happens. But there's a lot of bases here. I wouldn't be that confident just yet, because the pass is on our side, yeah. So I mean, if we get this sniped, we get it sniped. It is what it is. But this can go bad for Bear and Panda for sure. We are one of those teams who choose a little bit more safe relocation spots, right? We like the tactical forts, we like the forts, but relocating right next to the pass that is on the wrong side, it's risky. So yeah, we'll see. Good. Okay, are there any questions about from my teammates or from anyone who is following the server? Anything you guys want to know still? I think I shot pretty much everything. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Yeah, I think KOTM made a video where he said it doesn't look like we will fight Gondor or something. That was very odd to me. It was like, I think in chapter 5 he said that. I wasn't really sure what to say about this because, I mean, obviously we're not gonna we're not gonna build all the forts there if it still takes 3 days to do anything, right? So that was also quite weird, some weird comments there in my opinion. When we will kick Atzer, we can kick him tomorrow after he's out of troops. Yeah, he'll be out of troops quickly, so then we can kick him from the team. No worries. Yeah, so that video was a bit weird in my opinion. You have to understand this chapter takes 3 days. Yeah, so you don't need to set up at this pass when there's nothing to do for 3 days. Like, what are you gonna do? We had a bunch of keeps to finish in these regions. We had a bunch of keeps to finish in Rune and Loth. So obviously we're ready when it opens, but we're not gonna go there before it's necessary. So I didn't really understand like the point that was being made there, but yeah. So we're here, all good. And we're set up pretty well. I think, like, basically, like I said, we have 92 active people this season, I think. So this is a siege account, this is a siege account. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like 7 people are below, or 6 people are below the number that I want them to be at, which is not bad at all. So please don't. Oh man, you guys are too funny. You guys are too funny. All right. So here's the deal. I will. Should I stream the PvP starting tomorrow? I'm happy to do it. I'll be around. I'm happy to do it. The only reason why I usually don't do this is because well, I mean there are some people who from the enemies, I guess, who can watch the stream. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter the pass, right? Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna stream while we take the pass. I will turn on the stream afterwards. I think that's okay. Because taking this pass, obviously, we have some tricks up our sleeve, and a couple of things that we will try to do to make sure that the RNG is in our favor, right? So I'm not gonna stream that, but afterwards, I guess we can. Yeah. Good. Yeah, we considered attacking these fortresses, but I mean, if there are 40, 50 armies there, like, no point, right? Like, we had 25 here and they didn't even try, basically. So, yeah, it's just the losses are way, like I showed in the reports, the losses are catastrophical, right? You have 131 tiles, you lose a full Eagle army, that's gonna hurt you, man. Especially when the PvP starts tomorrow. Yeah, that's gonna hurt you. So, against competent teams, doing this is not advised, I would say. But still, you know, you have to make sure that enough armies are there and blah blah blah. Yeah. So yeah, toxic. Are you guys ready for tomorrow? You ready to fuck some shit up? I saw Blue Eyes Thigh Dragon in the chat as well. What's up? I'm curious to see your battle reports, but yeah, again, I mean, attacking here, yeah, not advised for the low spenders, right? Timed hits will be okay, but the low spenders, they can thrive a bit more in the open warfare. So Yes, full trolls, let's go. I'm hungry for real PvP. You're so hungry that you forgot the word there. Let's go, Aaron. Yeah, will be good. Will be a good one. Yeah, so like I said, as a conclusion, we are very much looking forward to the PvP. For me personally, it has worked out well. I was on holiday. Now I have some time to play on the weekend when the PvP starts, right? So that's cool. I think a lot of our teammates feel the same way, right? Having the PvP on Friday is very nice. Or a lot of PvP on Friday is very nice. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Question, how you see Elrond formation? What's up with the Elrond formation? I'm not playing Elrond this season, by the way. I thought about it yesterday, and then I was like, I can't do it to myself, you know. I mean, which comms you build near Elrond? Elrond is on the bench, so none of them. No, if you just want to use him for mobs or whatever, I mean, yeah, Gil-galad is fine, Thranduil, Isildur, King Aragorn, basically man and elf comms, right? Thorin would be good. Thorin is a good one. Yeah. Yeah, you can do some stuff. I mean, the main issue that I have with Elrond, I actually don't think he's that bad. But the big problem is he does not have plus unit % damage in his kit. He doesn't have it, and that's horrible. Like he's a unit damage dealer, and he doesn't have the unit damage stuff. That's, yeah. Isildur has 3 times plus 5%, so that's kind of makes him usable. Kirun has plus 10% unit damage with 5 points. Well, yeah, Witch King gives all 4 formations plus 5% unit damage if you play Evil Side, right? So those comms are just naturally much, much stronger. Yeah, sadly, but I mean Kyle will play Elrond, so you can take some look there. Right? How do skills like dual blows interact with each other when you have 2 or more comms with them in the formation? They don't stack. So, for example, let's say you have, I don't know, Witch King and Gandalf the Grey in the same formation, right? They both have follow-up. And so basically the way it works is in the pre-battle phase, the Witch King has the faster initiative. So he will give the follow-up to 4 formations, right? If you play the evil troops, like I said. And then Gandalf the Grey has the slower initiative. So when his follow-up triggers, it will say something like, this formation unit is already affected by follow-up. And that's it. So basically the whole title is not going to work, right? Very simple example. Yeah. If everyone plays Saruman, would Undying be better to use instead of Gandalf, right? No. No, why? Undying just gives evasion to 3 commanders. Gandalf the White protects 4, and Gandalf the White has more procs as well on White Council than Undying has on evasion. So it's not better, no. The people who say Undying is better just don't understand the game, basically. Like the thing that Undying is better at is at getting flashier reports, because if you get really lucky with RNG, you can do better than with Gandalf the White. But over consistency, like over multiple reports, you're always going to do worse. Yeah. The heal is also somewhat overrated. if the enemy plays Dane, the heal is very bad most of the time, because one of the formations will get hit with the anti-heal, right? Then it doesn't trigger. Yeah. But Gun of the Grace works for 4 rounds instead of 2, does he have all 4, just the one? No, he will just have the, the title doesn't activate. As soon as like the formation gets a follow-up activation, that's it. So you will have the Witch King for the 2 rounds, that's it. And same with Isildur, for example. If you do Isildur and Elrond, Elrond is faster. I mean, there's a bit of RNG there, right? I took the Witch King Gandalf the Grey example because Witch King always affects 4 formations, right? And Gandalf the Great always affects himself, so yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Oh, there's an eagle coming! I can't catch this guy. Can I catch this guy? I think I can. Oh, yes. Come on. Please don't back off. Who is this? Bowie. Oh my god. Will we see our first eagle fight? Will we see if the formation I cooked up works? I hope it does. It will be pretty funny. Okay, if you are... Who is sitting here with horses? Phoebus. You better not press guard, yeah? I'm gonna be really angry. And you as well. Who is this? Sally. Okay, this is a Tyler. Good. Oh my god. Please work. Please work. I will be honest, I have... Björn, shut up. Don't jinx me. Shut up. I just want to see if this works. This is something completely new. I have never used this army before, okay? So please, I want to see if this works. Because if it doesn't work, then, I'll scratch it. But do the follow-up attacks also count on dual blows or just the first blow? The follow-up count on the dual blows, yes. So for example, Azog with Witch King is very nice, right? Because the Azog R5 will always trigger after each unit attack. So they will trigger twice on the follow-up. Yeah, 100%. Very, very nice. That's what I played last season, right? I played Thorin, Witch King, Kiron, and Azog, and it did super well. I was very, very happy. I think I'm gonna play this season as well, but now there's no point to play 2 armies anyway, so I just have my Eagle Catcher and yeah, my normal main army. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited, man! Finally, the whole day no one attacked the stupid fortress. This is still good, right? Yeah, we have 27 people here. Nothing can happen here. My forts are also full, I think, right? Yep. And this one is also full. I'm not going to zoom in, but somewhere here. Yeah, whatever. I think both of my forts are full, yes. Oh, you have to be careful with this, yeah. Willem, careful! I'm joking. Quickly, run! Little hobbit, run! God, Björn, will you shut up? It's not funny. It's actually not funny. Don't look! Don't look! Don't look! Okay, it's a draw, it's a draw. Okay. It looks okay, So let's see. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not bad. Is this fine? He plays Saruman and Dane. I mean, obviously with the Snaggers, I'd be doing better, but it doesn't look that bad. What we lost a few Dale Watchmen, right? Like we got 18k heal, nice. Let's see. So my soldiers did 302,000. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, he also got very lucky with anomalies. Okay. Good. But let's see. So we have dealt 328k, and we have yeah. Okay, this was a huge win. I'm tripping. This was a huge win. So 161 minus 10, 151, 150, 143 damage received, and he received 321,000 damage. Jesus. That is crazy. That is crazy. Very nice. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cool report. Good, so we have finally something to share. Finally. Okay, I have to look at his respect levels as well to see if he's a good player. So he has an R12 wait, I'm also gonna, sorry, I'm gonna retreat this guy quickly. Boop. And obviously I didn't hire that many Dale Watchmen, right? Because, well, I just wanted to test them. But I might have to zoom in because I have to go to my other fort. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, everyone knows we're set up there anyway, whatever. Okay, here we go. So let's transport all of these guys. Sweet. Okay, let's take a peek. So he has an R12 Sauron with no agility. Okay, so that's a pretty weak Sauron, but he has the eagles which make him fast. Yeah, okay. He has a Zenith 8 Dane with might and agility. Okay, that's a big boy Dane. He has an R11 Sauron, yeah, with good gear, I would say. 238 focus, 962. Yeah, it's not bad. A few refinements on the unique, and he has a Zenith 9 Gandalf. Yeah, honestly, like, this is a good report. Pretty happy with that. Kieran did a little bit less damage than I wanted him to be honest. Let's see who got the bolt here. Must have been someone else. It was probably Undying, right? Here we can see how the dual blows work as well. Let's take a look at this report. So Undying got 108 defense. Yeah, the Undying Watchman got 108 fat defense. The Isildur got fat defense, nice. And the Kieran also got a fat defense. Very nice. Cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of defense. Set 8 Dane, 60k damage. Yeah, without too much crowd control, I might add. Yeah, okay, so then we get, yeah, this blah blah blah, yes, blah blah blah. Yep, blah blah blah. Formation 1 and 4. Which one was 4? Formation 4. Yeah, Undying. Okay, yeah. So that's the worst luck I can have. Great. KOTM should be proud, I think. He's not playing Dane this season, I don't think. So, yeah. Okay, let's look at this damage here. I'm very curious. After the White Council is gone, I want to see the damage. So with the White Council, let's see. So Dale Watchman was granted dual blows. So this is... here we go. Minus 68.5%, 2,707 damage. Okay. And then we did 3,112. I mean, through the White Council, that's not too bad, honestly, right? Then Mr. Thorin, the Dale Watchman, did the same, basically. Do we see some bolt triggers here? Any bolt triggers here? Eagle attacks. Okay, so here we dodge, cool. They did a lot. Why did it do so much less damage on Kieran? That's weird. Oh, Gandalf the White is maybe a bit tankier from him. I don't know. Could be. Okay. And we got hit with madness here. Perfect. Okay, here we go. The bolt. 1,767. Why did the bolt activate? Oh, because I attacked. That's funny. The bolt activates when I attack myself. We found the new meta, guys. I didn't know that, honestly. That's hilarious. 1767 to Eagles. Okay, cool. So we see the damage with White Council. Now let's see. Without, there's still White Council here. That's a bit bad. Also still White Council. How is the White Council in these rounds? What the heck? Let's see. Here we go. Oh my god. In round 4 we did 16k damage on Isildur. That is crazy. 16k damage on Isildur. Jesus. Yeah, that's not bad. I think that's the highest unit damage I've seen in a single round. 16k. Sheesh. Yeah, so here we are in the 8k range. Beautiful. 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 Yeah. Nice. We got stunned as well. Yeah, there was some bad RNG here as well. Jesus. Very juicy damage. We can also check how much the bolt did here. Boop, boop, boop. 66k. Sheesh. Yeah, that's very solid. Yeah, very solid report. I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. It would have been nice to kill him, of course, but I guess, I mean, you don't really get past. I mean, this is too much defense, right? He's not playing like any agility here, really. That's very interesting. And he has 2 command items as well. That's a pretty tanky composition. But 61k and 53k, that's criminal, yo. Criminal. Let's see, are there any reactions? Anyone say something? Okay, good. It looks nice. I don't know, it looks cool. I also, what's this skill called? Dragon Warfare. I just want to see if it triggers correctly. The last time I used this, guys, was a really long time ago, to be honest. Wait, where? This would be in unit type, yes. Okay, it was not in a structure, right? But we did get the plus 30% damage against beasts. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. A cool report, I would say. Pretty happy with that. The heal was also very nice. Look at this. Very nice heal. Beautiful. Yep, beautiful. We'll try to grab a few more of these. But I'm positively surprised. You know, it's my fun army this season, so you can have a bit of fun, right? And I will save the screenshot because a lot of players will ask me about it, right? Or you know, just want to see like what's happening here and respect difference and blah blah blah. I mean, obviously I have higher respect, yeah, obviously. But I think it's a pretty cool report. You can also check how often Isildur got his follow-up. That's very important, right? For this army to work well. Was granted dual blows. In round 1 we got it. Round 2, no. Round 3, no. In round 4 we okay, so it looks like pretty average follow-up RNG here. Continues to affect. In round 5 we got it. Continues to affect. Yeah. Okay, so it looks pretty average. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. Of course, it's very nice to get it in the early rounds, right? But yeah. Is there any bolt trigger without White Council? That would be pretty cool. Let's see. No bolt here. Here we go. Sarn attacks. Oh, is this? Oh, madness. That sucks. Yeah, that's unlucky. This value seems a bit low, no? 1484. I guess some of the skills don't activate on the counter, maybe? Is that possible? But the funny thing is we counter for more with the bolt than he does with his normal attack. That's hilarious. Yeah, okay. Or maybe this, no, I mean, it looks fine, yeah. The bolt is just there to remove the white council, mainly, to be honest, right? So, I mean, this makes sense. Oh, that's a hefty one. 4,550 the bolt to eagles. Beautiful. Okay, I got a message. Yo, bro, do you got Witch King, Asok, and Gandalf though? Yeah. I will not tell you guys anything before we start our PvP. But this was a fun and creative army. I'll send it to Messi maybe as well. Shoutouts to Willem, by the way. He made me try the Dale Watchman. So shoutouts to Willem. And I want to take a picture of the anomalies as well. So we had number of rounds causing anomalies for madness 10 stuns, and he had 11 times madness and 8 stuns. I will say I think he got pretty lucky with the anomalies here as well. So that gives me hope for this army, right? So very good, very good. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, cool. Yeah, and I will take a screenshot of this as well, just to see the bolt damage and blah blah blah. And I will ask my friend to calculate the resource trade. You know, make everything proper, because I want to make sure that I don't say anything stupid. But from my opinion, this is a massive resource win, which is nice. Good. Okay, Mr. Thorin. Beautiful. And now we can hire a few more of these. 2,500 divided by 4. Yeah, we can just do this is fine. Perfect. Cool. Yeah, this cost. The beautiful thing is these guys cost basically nothing. Message him back, soggy meat. Okay, sure. There you go. It's nothing bad, right? I think Panda was a bit shocked by that fight. Sigh. I will say Zoro told me to say it, I am innocent. There you go. Okay. This guy dodged me, so I actually don't like talking to him. I wanted to smack him with the wait, I have to make sure this I don't do anything stupid here. So this is all safe, right? Yes. Okay, good. Sweet. Thank you, man. Love it. But yes, this is. I'm not playing a troop army as my main army, obviously. I'm not a donut. And we got some merit now! Yay! We got some merit. Who has the most merit this week? Let's see. Who farmed Loth? We need to. Okay, wow! Look at these guys farming Loth. I see how it is. I see how it is. Look at these guys. Oh my god. Such filthy merit farmers. Okay. Good. The Watcher is also very funny this season, just gonna say. I'm not gonna comment on the Diplo chats that I read yesterday. I will just say it was a very fun conversation between Gondor and Arnor. So I had a good laugh. Good. So yes, so this is the anti-eagle army I will play for fun this season, and I think it's not that bad. So we'll have some fun. And then once PvP starts, predict top or the R merit players. Wait, give me a second. Can't wait for this war to start. Waking up 4 a.m. for this. Are you from the US, Sorrow? I didn't know that. I might have rolled you wrong on the Discord then. Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say, so once we are like fighting in the open field, I'll get a proper second army, I think. Pretty much similar to what I played last season, a little bit different maybe. And yeah, but for now, I mean, there's nothing to do except this type of stuff. Is the marriage shop there already? I don't even know. Oh yeah, it is nice. What do we need? We need stone. We need wood as well. Yeah, give me that wood, baby. I mean, I guess we grab these, right? Why not? How much do they give? 30, 15, 15. This gives 80, okay. Okay, I mean, then I'm grabbing this. We need some stone, so this is okay. Good. Yeah, baby. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, maybe there's another one I can hit. Let's see. So where, can anyone tell me, sorry, I will answer your questions in a second. Can anyone tell me where they attack with eagles a lot? Like any hotspots here? I would like to get like 1 to 2 more reports. If anyone has a tip. Nope, we will not. Fuck you. Björn, honestly, fuck you. You little bastard. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever. Maybe they try a last ditch effort at the fortress. Let's hope. Okay, let's see. Predict top merit or the R merit players. I mean, same as always, right? Sylar, Atzer, Björn, Lupi, our Asian friend here, this guy. I should ask him how to pronounce his name, to be honest. I never ask him. I always forget. I think Groot's account will be a little bit too weak this season to get such high merit, but we will see. I mean, he's always active, so if he chooses his matchup smartly, yes. James Hook will be on the top, Sebastian, Matix, my old account. I will be on the top, of course, with Dumbo. Matix will be on top, Timon will be on top, Rune will be on top for sure. So there's a bunch of people. I mean, depends how often this account is piloted, I guess. Simba, right? Detla. Maybe Björn even. Björn is a little bit, sometimes he yeets too much. That's why he sometimes struggles to maximize his merit. But yeah. Anyway, it should not be the goal to maximize the merit. Okay, let me make that clear as well. That doesn't matter to us. But like these guys will in general do well, right? And actually Galaxian Explosion should do well as too, but for some reason he's like Did he farm a bit more? It's like at 19k affluence that this guy has Zenith Commandos basically, but yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Okay, what else am I reading here? Isn't Lame filled with whales? Yes, Lame has a lot of krakens and a lot of whales. Yes, for sure. We have less, but I mean we're also not free to play. I mean, yeah, no, we're good. At the end of the day, I mean, all of these fights will always come down to in this version of the game. It always comes down to who has the most krakens, who has the most active players, blah blah blah. Right. So. Yeah. So yeah, Lame is filled with krakens and whales. It all lays in the hand of Atzer. Yes, I know. Why are you not playing more, by the way? I mean, it's the summer. There's nothing to do. Work is dead. Zenith 7 Dane better than R12 Beorn? No. I don't know. I don't like Dane. I don't like Dane. But I mean, yeah, it's one of those situations where you can just, it's your personal preference pretty much. Yeah. No one, oh, I guess this guy was piloting the account, right? That's why he messaged me, but yeah. I guess I'm already going on their Kraken list on the server. But they might think this is my main. So that, nah, actually Dixon is there. He knows that I'm not playing this as my main. But yeah, it's a cute army. Good. Let's finish our donates here. I can play in the evening, but from the morning till then I'm at work, so no time. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I'm also at work, but well, I guess when I'm in the office or when I'm teaching, then I'm not playing. That's why I have Rune, right? But if I'm in the home office and I'm coding or writing some emails or doing some research, then it doesn't like hurt to check the situation every couple of hours, right? So yeah. Okay, so it looks like they didn't make any attempt at the fortress really, so I guess they don't have that many eagles after all. And we should be in this pin soon as well, because we did take a few eagle hits. So I hope we will be. Good. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm really jealous of the 4 evasive sets. I know, Kyle. I know you're jealous. And you shouldn't play a taunt with Thorin. It's not good. I tested this extensively. That's why I played the quadruple evasion, right? Yeah. And Rangers of the North, yes, I know they're very good, but I'm not conscripting a tier 4 for my fun army. That's not happening. Well, I don't work on a PC, so... Ah, you don't work on a PC. Aha, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He works with beer. I mean, I don't always work with a PC. I work with people as well. I'm not always at the PC. I'm only on the PC when I'm doing, well, even when I'm doing research, sometimes I'm not on the PC. But we have a PC in the office, obviously. Well, I'm not playing the game on my office PC, no, of course not, but in the home office, yes. Good. Okay, this is looking good. Yeah. So actually there should be 100 people here. So whoever is not here, I hope you step on a Lego and injure your foot. But I guess people will use tonight to stack up. So I mean, there's no stress. Everything is chill. Oh, maybe someone will attack here. Is that a possibility? Yeah, Great Beasts also not bad. But like I said, this is not my main army. Very important. Not my main army. He works with beer in his hand. I believe it. Yeah, I believe that. The Germans are very beer enthusiastic people. Yeah, for sure. So how much XP does this hit give me? 80,730. That's not bad. That is not bad. Does anyone here have tiles for the fort? You can just look and see that no one has tiles for the fort. This guy probably, Silver Slash. Or somewhere here. It's not a disaster if you are building your fort here as an R10 player. Yeah. Did anyone attempt here? No. I guess they're saving eagles now, or who the fuck knows. Good. Well, my boss pays for the beer, so yeah. I know. The Germans love their beer. I'm not such a beer fan, I will be honest. Our fortress finished, nice. I'm not such a beer fan, I'll be honest. I will put my Sauron here. I like to be in the fort. Because I think there are other alcoholic beverages that are a lot better. Just my personal opinion. And I've tried a lot of beer, so I know most of the good brands, but yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it that much. I think there are better things you can drink, you know. He should be interesting. Yeah, if I had eagles, I would pay him a visit, but I opted for the safe anti-eagle army first. Okay, sweet. Let's press. We can test the main. I mean, I'll change the troops here anyway, so this is just my anti-eagle stuff. And then before I go to sleep tonight, I think I will switch back. I switched up my gear a bit this season. I think some enemies are gonna be surprised. Nah, I don't drink often, maybe 4 to 5 times. I have 1 beer at work in a month. Ah, that's fine. That's okay. That is a-okay. Good. What's the 10% boost these guys have? Is it for attack and defense? Ah, okay. Yeah, damage there plus 10% and defense that plus 10%. Aha, okay. And this will apply. It will apply on this one, no? I'm pretty sure. not on the base stat, right? I think it will apply on the upgraded stat. Let's see. When does this activate? Yes, here. Yeah, so it should apply on the 150 defense. Yeah, because we already have 167 here. Very nice. Yep. Power of Bloodline. Yes. Very nice. Good. So yeah, that's it's not that insignificant actually if you battle on a structure. Oh, here is also a space. I mean, if this guy doesn't take the tile, I guess you can build your fort here as well. My boss and the guys in the office above drink more. They always do. They always do. That is also a universal truth across all countries. This undying heal is just, it seems very good, no? 18,134. I really didn't take a lot of damage in this fight. If I get like a couple of madness and stuns less on these boys, we're gonna hit 100k here for sure. Cool. Alright then. Okay, actually, I will also share this chat again because apparently there's still some people missing. Wait, what just happened? What the fuck? Share? Okay, I guess I can't share the chat. Can someone share the chat in the fellowship here? Just to add those like missing people. Danny? Oh my god, this guy. No comment. Thanks. I don't know why it doesn't work for me. It always works for me. I guess it's some what is it called? Some Mumu bug, Mumu player bug. Yeah. There are sometimes very weird bugs with this game. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Good, okay. Yeah, so this was the stream, lots of information. I'm sure some other people will watch it later. Easy cream. Oh man. Yeah. Actually, this is a good bait tile. Let him attack here with eagles again. Good bait tile. Yeah. How much is the normal counter attack if you don't have the bolt? That's also interesting to see, no? Let's check round 4, I guess. Or round 5, yeah, sure. Dane is stunned. So the normal counter attack is 2,313 damage. Jesus. Okay, I mean, that's pretty funny. We get 5.7k on the bolt and 2.3k on the normal count. We get like 6k damage just on the counter attack. Evening all out on a nice walk, spoiled. Sebastian the Crab can't play golf. Well, isn't that nice, Sebastian or Maximus? A nice evening walk. We actually don't have, our weather here today is not too hot, so it's actually nice. this damage. Oh my god. Beautiful. How hard does the Dane hit with the abilities? We can also check that actually. So he was stunned here, okay. He was maddened and he was stunned. Poor Dane. Aww, poor Dane. Okay, so here we go. He did minus 10% from Thorian Oakenshield is nice as well. Is to be considered. 2259 to Dale Watchman. Oh my god, that's such baby damage. Beautiful. Iron Foot 4.9k. My troops hit for like 9k and the Dane is doing 4.9k. With his like highest damaging ability. That's hilarious. Come on, that's funny. Even if you're a Dane lover, that's funny. Where's the stupid Durance Blood? Here. 9.8k. Okay, so the Durance Blood hits for 9.8k. Good. That I will accept. I was reading fast, so I thought you said 4 to 5 times a week. I had to read the sentence again. You guys. So, let's do well tomorrow, guys. We are set up really good. We are fighting against strong opponents. We have strong allies. Let's slap these guys around a bit. And let's do our best. What happened here? The fuck? Oh, Lyndon failed the pass? No, faction... Wait, what? Faction occupied? Did they take it? Fuck. No, it's neutral. Did they really fail by 4.8k? No, that's impossible. What? How do you fail by 4.8k? The fuck? Okay, bro. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. Okay, and what's going on here? Okay, here nothing happened. Okay, I see. Interesting. Interesting. That's just your thoughts on this matter. Yeah, Atzel is always thinking in a very naughty way, that's for sure. Alright, good. So, I wish you guys a nice evening. I think this is long enough. Isegrim probably did not bring Siege. Yeah, but how? That's 2 siege hits, no? How? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And now Gods is coming. They are coming quickly to deal with the powerful Lyndon. Oh man. Yeah, the west here is really a clusterfuck. I'm so happy we didn't have to spawn there. Because actually, like, a lot of people told me if I get the first pick, we should go to Arna, but I wasn't a fan of that. I said, I don't know, man, like, the west, on a server like this, being in the northeast is pretty chill. Right? Oh, I have some scrolls I have to use, right? Wait, I didn't do that yet. Yeah, so the first commander that we are putting to level 41. This is a tough decision. Because Sauron, Saruman and Beorn need it basically. So Who are we putting to 41 first? I think it will be Saruman, because Saruman still needs his... He still needs his Voice of Saruman, so I'm gonna do Saruman first. The Beorn is very close already, I just need one level, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do Saruman, that sounds like a good idea. Yes, sir. Sweet. Good. Okay, guys, it was a pleasure. Thanks for being in the stream and, you know, listening and checking out some stuff. They are bombing fortresses, really? Because I've been here the whole day and nothing has happened. Ah, yes, another one! Oh my god. Yeah, okay, guys, be cool. Be cool. Okay, this one I will leave for them. What's the other one? Let's see who it is. Who is this? My Daxon. Oh my god. Oh my god. Important fight, guys. Should I guard this with my main? I'm thinking here. Probably not, right? I want to embarrass Daxon. So this would be better. Oh my god. What do you guys think? Should I guard with Thorin? I mean, Daxon plays plays. I think that Daxon plays Beorn, right? For sure. Wait, is this Sylar? No, it's Kev. Okay. It's so. I think this might be a bit difficult. I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Why not? Why not? You're welcome, Matix. I'm listening to the streaming for once. Oh wow, thank you, Luth. That's very nice. I want to take this hit. And I'm gonna do it with Thorin. Fuck it. I am going to guard with my Thorin. I'm gonna collect my merit and then we're done. And I think I'm going to lose this fight because against like full Zenith comms, this will be hard. But whatever. We have enough troops, we have stuff to spare. And I'm not gonna show Daxon my main formation for tomorrow yet, he will see it tomorrow. So, all Gucci. And who's attacking here? Who's this guy? What's the other guy? I can't click on it. Ah, here. Oh, it might just be scouts. Oh yeah, it's definitely... it might be just scouts, bro. Oh my god, come on, Daxon. Come on, man! Send your real army, be a man! You're gonna get slapped by Thorin. Ah, come on. To be honest, what's the point of doing this? Like, why are you sending scouts? Like, why? I don't get it, bro. Like, there's nothing you can achieve here, right? Like, if you're scouting something in advance of a major attack, like, that's smart, okay, but this is just trolling, right? Whatever. Needs to be a main army here, come on. The Croatian boy, huh? Oh my god, look at this history. Gaia, Aces, Toby, and now he's in Bear, right? Oh man. I shouldn't have told him what to play in the season. I should have told him Dane is really good. He only got the Saruman because I told him he needs to. When we played together in Toby, right? I remember that. The little donut. He tried to tell me like for the whole season that the Zenith 16 or whatever it was better than the R8 Saruman. Yeah. Liar. We should. Can someone send a scout here and here as well? I'd like to see like how many armies they have, just to or just like send it over here. Actually, I can do it myself. I can stop being lazy. Yeah, that's also what I wanted to do actually. I want to upgrade the Uruks. I can do this overnight, no stress. Yeah, I mean, you know what? We'll do this because I want these guys in recuperation anyway. The Marauders especially, so that's good. And then we'll grab Legolas with an eagle. Let's go. Let's go. And we will send him here. It's always nice to scout from time to time to see what's happening. They might, honestly, they might still try to pop one of these fortresses overnight. So I'll definitely keep my main parked here. And then tomorrow in the morning when I wake up, I'll reposition. Yeah. Don't you do it, Rune. Don't you do it. It's a fake army anyway, who gives a shit. I already know it's a fake army, so. Now. Little bitch boy. Yeah, fake army. Fuck you. I know it anyway, yeah, but. Let's see if there are any wild chat comments now. Wait, did Laxon get muted already again? I didn't check. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be a good boy this season. We're not gonna trash talk. We're not gonna do any of that stuff. But it will be tempting at times. Do it, just do it. No. Nope, I will not be the one to start beef on this server. The others already have plenty of beef with each other. I'm just gonna win my fights and I'm sure I will get some angry messages, especially when Rune is killing some siege armies when I'm sleeping. And that's all good. Alright, good. Guys, now really thanks for watching the stream. I appreciate you. You can also share the stream on some other platforms, yeah. I actually want people to watch this stream. So I've already asked Vessi to give me the permission to post Rise to War content in the specific section in the Gorse Discord. He hasn't seen it yet. I will post it there probably at some point, and yeah, I'll do a couple more of these. I'm going on holiday, well, not on holiday, but I'm traveling to Austria for a month on 3rd or 4th of August, I think. So this week and next week I'll do a couple of streams, and then obviously in Austria I can't, I will not take my PC with me, so I will not be able to stream in August, essentially. So hopefully Fellow and KOTM and some of the others, Crit from Step, they do a good job and keep everything neutral. That would be nice. But we will see. Good. Alright, so once again, shoutouts to all the teams on this server. I'm very happy that this happened, and that everyone is having fun for now. Or hopefully is having fun for now. And tomorrow is a big day. We'll see if we can grab the pass. Hopefully they don't snipe it. And I think then we're not in a terrible spot. We can see if we can put some pressure on this sea of forts. I mean, probably the smart thing to do is we grab the pass and chill and wait a bit for our siege to recover, right? But I'll send another announcement tonight. We have some other stuff planned as well that I didn't tell anyone yet. But yeah. So obviously there will be big stuff going on here tomorrow. And I also know that Panda and Arnor, Gondor and Arnor agreed that they would leave these neutral for now. So it is my sincere hope that the same will be the case here. But yeah, you never know. I think they grabbed the springs here. Yeah, Toby and Step, and I think these guys also here as well. Yeah, Toby and Step. Here's actually a pretty significant build up, so you know. It is what it is, but we'll keep an eye. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. Yeah, and I mean we're gonna fight everyone probably at some point. So this is just the warm up, I guess you can say. Fighting the arguably strongest faction first will be good. Lame and us can test our resolve and our strength. I think it will be great fun. Good. Guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Good night.
Minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Driving towards the sun with the road